What's going on today, guys? Welcome back to Why Not Garage. Today we have a project that we're going to be working on. My husband's 66 fastback, and he's going to be putting the exhaust on today. Specifically, the magnaflow Performance 15815.
It's the X-pipe system. That's what we're doing. We're putting on the X-pipe system on the little 66 here. We put in a 351 Windsor with a TKO 600 transmission. We did some special headers that we put in so we could fit the 351 into the engine compartment without cutting shock towers, but that's kind of been a project on its own. So now it's time to put in the exhaust system. We're doing, like I said, the full X-pipe system. And yeah, follow along. We'll see how. All right, so we laid out the system pretty much exactly how it is on the instructions here. This is a pretty old kit. I'm not sure if they still sell it. No, magnaflow still has a kit for the 66. This was with the car when we got it and picked it up. So what we ended up doing here is, since we put in the 351 Windsor, I went ahead and did some flex pipes on here. Just because everything's really rigid inside. This exhaust actually is just very minimally touching the shock towers. So with how rigid it is, I wanted a little bit of flexibility in there. So we're gonna have to cut some of this system to get it in properly. The cool part about this is everything's just kind of fan connected, very minimal welding, and it's a full stainless exhaust system. So hopefully when it's all done, it'll sound really good. And hopefully it doesn't rattle apart. So on these inlet pieces, these are going to be the first pieces that we're going to have to cut on this system. Obviously, the passenger side and driver side headers aren't to length. We're probably about an inch or two difference on each side. So once we get these in, we're going to put the actual X-pipe piece up and see where we need to cut, mark out where our cut needs to be, and then we're just going to hit it with the Milwaukee bandsaw. No plug intended there. But that's going to be our first process of order here. I'm just going to get both of these tubes in as such. The flex pipes actually are, it's a 2.5 inch OD clamp, well, inlet, I guess. Get our clamp on, and then we'll get our piece on here. All right, as you can see in this portion, like I said, we're really a couple inches off. So at some point, either we'll determine our passenger side or our driver's side. We'll probably have to cut. We'll probably have to cut off what has the most amount of length and go from there. So that's what we'll do next. As we can see, we got our X-pipe on. Now we're gonna have to hang and do all that other stuff. But per the directions and just minimal experience, where we're gonna have to cut is somewhere along the line of this beveled piece. So you can either cut this section or this back section, whatever's easiest on you. Visually for me, I think I'm going to cut here. Now keep in mind though that measure 37 times, cut once. You only have so many pipes. So we're going to get it kind of lined up how we want it, and then I'm just going to kind of mark it with my Amazon knockoff Sharpie. So there we are. All right, just going to tighten it up. That way I don't have to worry about it falling out. I got a little bit of leeway to work. Again, we've got these flex couplings in here, so there will be a little bit of sag. That look about center there?
Yeah.
have our mark. I've marked out pretty much where I want to be. I'm going to try to get this as straight as I can with the bandsaw. I'm not always the straightest cut, but we can kind of adjust how we need to be. Now, I didn't go too extreme this way. I'm going to cut here. If it's still too long, I'm then going to go back to this tail section where I don't, ruin all the real estate of the mandrel bend there. The mandrel bends have oil inside of them. They use oil to do the bends. So keep that in mind if you're cutting. You will see some stuff. Don't be alarmed. There will be a bevel or an edge on there. Probably going to try to file that guy down. Like I said, not the straightest cut, but you can see where they've got stuff inside that actual piping. So we'll get that on there, kind of file it down real quick, and we'll see what we can find out, how it sets. All right, now as you can see, we're a little bit closer than where we were. Like I said, don't beat me up too much for the bandsaw cut. We'll have plenty of surface for that clamp to hit. So we'll get our X pipe up there, see what it looks like. Clamps first. How to get the clamps on. Also make sure your tail sections are going the right way. This goes up and over the axle. So you're gonna need another hand over there. Luckily the handy camera gal is here to help a guy out. Nice and snug on that guy. Probably going to want your clamps to be in the same direction, just for ease of operation there. Looks like it's going to be a little too long, especially for our mufflers. At this point, we're good just to straight pipe the old girl.
I think at this point, might as well.
I think we're going to have to do a lot more trimming than we think. Maybe because of our long tubes. Huh? Mm-hmm. All right, well, maybe we're going to have to take that out and do some more trimming on the actual front end. Because we don't have any room for our mufflers. I guess technically we could just straight pipe it if we wanted to. I don't know.
I think it'd be a lot easier.
Well, it'd sound nice
Maybe.
either way.
It would sound nice.
Sound like a race. But so far, so good. So far, we're doing all right. He's a little saggy.
Yeah.
But nothing a hanger won't help. You know, we'll have a couple adjustment spots and such, but I think we're doing okay.
I know you were pretty concerned about the headers hanging down pretty low, so.
I was definitely concerned, but at this point, I think we're doing all right. We made the header adjustments. If you look at where the actual collectors are, they're damn near on the floor. So I think it's okay. I think we're gonna do all right. We probably need to put a drive shaft in before we get too hog wild on the hangers. So, you know, stay tuned for all that. This is kind of, this little Mustang, we've been at it for probably about 8 months. Put a 351 Windsor, stroke to a 408 in it. It's running on the 85. Put a fuel cell in there from Amazon, a Jeff Bezos Motors fuel cell. So yeah, it should be running here. Hopefully in the springtime we can throw it in some cars and coffee and be in good shape. So I think that's going to do it for us for now, until we can figure out our hangers and drive shaft situation. So thanks for hanging out with us on this additional episode of Why Not Garage, because why not?
Why not?
Why not? All right, thanks guys. Have a great day. Happy Sunday. See you next time. Turn the ignition on. All right, we're out of gas. Cool.